Despite earning nearly $47 million from his elite sports career, he never bought a single luxury item while competing. For both competition-related and personal travel, he consistently chooses to fly with low-cost airlines and consuming McDonald's fast food. This is the true story of Chad Johnson, also known as Ocho Cinco, who used to make entire stadiums roar every time he scored. In an American sports world overflowing with supercars and luxury mansions, why does he still drive a budget car from 2006 to this day, and even sleep at the team's training facility for 2 straight years just to save on rent? And don't get me wrong, he didn't go bankrupt. He simply possessed a unique financial mindset that helped him avoid the black hole of extravagance. To understand Chad Johnson's extraordinary story, you first need to visit the impoverished working-class neighborhood where life offered few choices. I mean, Liberty City, Miami in the 80s? That wasn't a place where kids dreamed about sound investment portfolios. It was survival, plain and simple. His mother left for California when he was just a toddler. His father was locked up in prison for over 2 decades. I guess when you're raised almost entirely by a strict grandmother like Bessie Mae Flowers, you either fold or you develop this unbreakable mental armor. She dragged him to church, forced him into every sport imaginable just to keep him off the streets. And Chad gets it. He looked back and said,
driving me to school when I'm in trouble, coming to the school, talking to the teachers, parent-teacher conference, dropping me to tennis, dropping me to soccer, dropping me to football practice. You know how tiring that is over the years? And she did all that and didn't give up even when she wanted to.
But wait, his path to the NFL was a total train wreck, catching 118 passes with a ridiculous 26.4 yards per catch at Miami Beach High. Insane talent. But his grades? A total disaster. He couldn't even qualify for Division I. Then came the chaotic junior college shuffle, getting kicked out of Langston University for discipline, bouncing around Santa Monica College, sitting out whole years because of grades. At that point, most guys would have quit and hit the streets. We're not even sure how he kept going. But then 2,000 hits, he lands at Oregon State under Dennis Erickson, and boom! 806 yards, 8 touchdowns in just 1 season, carrying them to an 11-1 record and a Fiesta Bowl win. The Cincinnati Bengals snagged him in the 2nd round, 36th pick of the 2001 draft. And for the next 11 seasons, pure magic. 10 years with Cincinnati, 1 with the Patriots, a brief preseason with the Dolphins. He stacked nearly $47 million from NFL salaries alone, not even counting his other side businesses. So how did a kid with a messy academic past become the most talked about star in the entire league? Simple. He didn't just play football, he engineered a marketing masterpiece. Take the whole Ocho Cinco origin during Hispanic Heritage Month. He goes on Club Shay Shay and admits Carson Palmer jokingly suggested putting Ochenta Cinco on his back. Chad was like, nah, that doesn't sound right. How about Ocho Cinco? He tapes it over his jersey. Carson rips it off right before kickoff against Michael Vick's Falcons, and the NFL fines him $30,000 the next morning, 30 grand, for a piece of tape. And here's where I absolutely love Chad's pettiness. Did he cry about the fine? Hell no. He said,
now at that time it was a stick to the NFL, then it just turned into a whole brand at that point. And I just played it off like it was marketing, and it worked just as that.
He literally changed his legal name to Ocho Cinco just to flip the bird to the league office. I guess my wild guess is Chad realized something other players were too blind to see. The NFL stands for No Fun League, but drama sells. While other talented wide receivers played it quiet, Chad built a multi-million-dollar persona. Having millions in the bank is one thing, but if you ask me, the real crazy part of Chad's story isn't how he made the money. If you guessed buying a sprawling mansion with a waterfall pool, you couldn't be more wrong. Chad literally moved into Paul Brown Stadium, now Paycor Stadium, and lived there for his first 2 years in the league. 0 rent, 0 bills. He broke down this wild living arrangement on Club Shay Shay.
You got to remember, I stayed at the stadium the first 2 years.
Right.
I didn't want to spend no money.
Right.
What's the point?
Why
are you telling Marvin gonna come 3rd year? Why are you telling me go rent a house, go buy a house, go rent a condo, when everything I need is right here in the facility at Paul Brown?
Right.
Showers, cafeteria, TV, couch, gaming system.
Who does that? It wasn't until his 3rd season that his head coach, Marvin Lewis, basically had to drag him out by his collar and tell him it was time to step up and rent an actual apartment. And off the field, his daily choices were even more baffling. While his teammates were pulling up to practice in pristine, high-maintenance Lamborghinis, Chad went in the exact opposite direction. He's been driving the exact same tiny smart car continuously since 2006. He bragged on Nightcap about his budget ride.
I go fill up right now, $14, 55 miles at a gallon. Park anywhere.
Let's break down what I call Chad-onomics. According to the typical celebrity playbook, you buy a $200,000 supercar. The second those tires touch the public pavement outside the dealership, you lose $40,000 in depreciation. Financially speaking, that is a terrible play. It gets even stranger when you look at how he treats luxury fashion. Chad finds it utterly hilarious that people drop tens of thousands of dollars on wristwatches. He publicly confessed to buying fake jewelry at Claire's, a discount mall shop for teenagers.
Why am I buying a $50,000 watch, $80,000 watch? What time is it real quick? How much that cost me?
It didn't cost you nothing.
Because time is free, so
Yeah.
what I'm paying for?
Right.
For what? There's nothing I can buy that's bigger than my name alone.
Rolexes and CZ diamonds for $20 at Claire's. If he loses a $20 fake watch in a crowded nightclub, who cares? He just grabs another one. He could lose a fake watch every single day for 27 straight years, and it would still cost him less than a single high-end luxury car. The guy isn't just cheap. My guess is he built an airtight financial armor because he saw right through the illusion of status. Why spend money on depreciating assets to look cool when your own name is the valuable asset? In an interview with GQ Sports, Chad listed McDonald's as one of the top 10 things he literally cannot survive without. He ranted,
"Why is everything healthy so expensive? If it's so healthy for us and the people, you care about the people, why is it so expensive? You wanna know why? It's a fucking money grab. You know it's not a money grab? McDonald's, because it's fucking affordable."
modern professional athletes spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on hyperbaric oxygen chambers, cryotherapy, and private chefs who blend kale smoothies that taste like freshly mowed lawn, all for a 1% physical edge on Sunday. And then you have Chad, burning past double coverage, breaking defenders' ankles on sharp route cuts, and dancing in the end zone, fueled entirely by the McDonald's dollar menu. What amazes me most is how this radical lifestyle didn't fade after his football career ended. Most retired sports stars with tens of millions in the bank slip into endless partying, extravagant trips, or disastrous business ventures. Chad? He just kept living like an ordinary guy. If you scroll through his social media, you won't see private jet flexes or hyper-luxurious vacations. You see a former NFL superstar willingly flying economy on Spirit Airlines. While other stars charter private jets with leather massage seats and caviar service, Chad keeps it brutally straightforward.
I ain't flying private, I'm Spirit. Dougie, what I fly, Dougie? Put me on Spirit, exit row, window seat. That's all I need. Long as I get from point A to point B. I don't need private.
A man with over $40 million in the bank squeezing his elite athletic frame into an exit row seat on a Spirit flight, probably having a hilarious debate with the gate agent about whether his bag of McDonald's counts as a personal item. A private charter costs up to $20,000 an hour, while a Spirit ticket costs $49 and a tiny slice of your ego. For Chad, that math is painfully simple. Both planes touch down on the exact same runway at the exact same time anyway. Is this level of radical consistency normal in sports? Absolutely not. It proves this was never a PR stunt manufactured by a talent agency. This is genuinely who he is at his core. Looking deeper, his minimalist, almost dirt-poor lifestyle isn't about being stingy or miserable. It's a massive statement against social pressure and toxic flex culture. At the end of the day, his greatest legacy isn't just his highlight reel catches, it's his total mental freedom from what other people think. What actually drove this bizarre financial mindset in the first place, and why is it so ridiculously rare in the high-stakes world of professional sports? It wasn't just about being cheap, it was pure survival in a league designed to leave you broke. A 2009 investigation by Sports Illustrated revealed an astonishing statistic. An estimated 78% of NFL players go bankrupt or face severe financial distress within just 2 years of retirement. 78%. That is not a typo. 2 short years after the game checks stop coming in, more than 3/4 of these elite athletes are dead broke. We are talking about tens of millions of dollars evaporating into fleets of exotic supercars, abandoned mega mansions, non-stop nightclub bottle service, and reckless business investments that vanish overnight like they never existed in the first place. And let's not ignore the invisible black hole that drains almost every professional athlete dry. The dreaded entourage tax. The second that rookie signing bonus hits, distant cousins, high school strangers, and old acquaintances suddenly crawl out of the woodwork wanting to be your business partners. Before they even realize what hit them, players aren't just financing their own luxury lifestyles. They're bankrolling an entire non-profitable village. Some athletes drop $5,000 a week just to pay 3 guys whose only job is to carry gym bags and nod in agreement at everything they say. Chad completely dodged this trap because he saw the utter absurdity of it early on. On Club Shay Shay, Johnson laid out his ruthless math to Shannon Sharpe.
Because I done saved, 83% of my salary. So it's okay. And I have stuff coming in already. Oh, yeah, still coming in. Thank you, Dougie. And so life is good because I was able to sustain and keep most of my wealth that I made when I was playing, and life is still going good. So I allow the kids to enjoy.
Saving 83% of an NFL salary? That level of discipline is virtually unheard of when cash is coming in fast and easy. So, what gave Chad this extreme financial clarity while everyone else was burning through fortunes? It boils down to a brutal, unflinching awareness of how fragile a sports career actually is. Coming from a hard background in Liberty City, Chad carried a permanent survival mindset. He's famously said he's felt broke since '78. He understood a harsh reality that most young players ignore. A single torn ligament, one bad hit, a slump season, or getting cut from the roster can end the money faucet instantly. While his peers treated their peak playing years as a time to flex and celebrate, Chad treated his prime as a temporary window to build unassailable, permanent financial security. And that ironclad mindset is the ultimate lesson here, far greater than any wild touchdown celebration that ever made him famous. After his NFL career wound down in 2012, Chad Johnson didn't fade into financial obscurity. Today, his net worth sits comfortably at an estimated $15 million. And no, he isn't just living off his old NFL savings. He seamlessly diversified his income, becoming a powerhouse media personality. Co-hosting the hit podcast Nightcap alongside Shannon Sharpe, he commands millions of loyal viewers while pulling steady ad revenue and merch sales. He lands major TV gigs on Inside the NFL, pops up on reality shows like Dancing with the Stars and Netflix's Selling Tampa, bagged roughly $1 million for a 2021 boxing exhibition against Brian Maxwell, and even owns McDonald's franchises. So, what allowed him to maintain bulletproof financial stability after the NFL paychecks dried up? By keeping his overhead almost non-existent, Chad didn't just save cash. He built an invisible force field against gold diggers and fake friends. He isn't living like he's broke out of stinginess. He's actively dodging the trap that caught so many before him. My guess is, his extreme frugality comes from a deep-rooted fear of losing control over his own destiny. It's the mindset of a stone-cold realist who puts long-term freedom above short-term flexes. Many people assume making $47 million in a brutal, body-breaking league like the NFL means buying hypercars and rolling around in diamond Rolexes. But Chad completely flipped that script. While many of his peers dragged their battered, painkiller-fueled bodies onto the field just to pay off mortgaged mansions, Chad played purely because he loved the game. He never had to bow down to team owners or stress about maintaining a flashy mogul image for the media. If he got cut tomorrow, he'd still sleep like a baby for 8 solid hours, zero fear of repo men at his front door. When you really think about it, modern wealth is often a gilded trap. So-called successful people earning fortunes end up enslaved by their own spending. They're locked in a vicious cycle. Make millions, blow millions maintaining useless toys, then grind frantically just to feed those inanimate objects. Chad reversed the narrative. His ordinary lifestyle was actually a stealth power move. He didn't reject wealth, he redefined how to protect it. So is Chad Johnson a complete eccentric who took penny pinching to a bizarre extreme, or a quiet financial genius who solved a game most athletes lose? What do you think about Chad's ordinary lifestyle? Would you have the discipline to wear fake jewelry with millions in the bank? Or is he just taking it a step too far? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.